We're back with Illinois State Senator Darren Bailey and Republican candidate for governor. Let's talk about the pandemic because you've been very vocal in your opposition to Governor J.B. Pritzker's approach. You sued the governor on the grounds he went too far by using executive power when issuing the stay-at-home order specifically. A judge sided with you initially, then another judge threw out that ruling later. You were also forced to leave a session in the State House for refusing to wear a mask at one point. Why so reluctant to go along with these policies?
Well, I'm going to correct you on one point. The case was never dismissed and it was never overturned. As a matter of fact, 1 year ago in November, the Second Court of Appeals on a completely different case ruled that one of my points said that the governor can only issue one executive order in 30 days, has 30 days to get his act together and then involve the General Assembly. That never happened. The Second Court of Appeals over by Chicago on a total different case, they ruled that the governor's he can issue all the executive orders he wants. So I had a choice to hold him accountable, hold him in contempt.
Arguing semantics here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I want to get to your reluctance to go along with these policies.
We're free Americans. We're free. Government educates and informs. We've got the Illinois Emergency Management Agency Act that puts it all down to local control, county health departments. Never, ever, we shrugged that off 250 years ago. One person never has the authority or ability to tell us how to live our lives. Government educates, they inform, they provide the resources, and then we, the people, decide how we're going to live and how we're going to accept that.
Several articles over the summer reported that you weren't vaccinated against COVID-19. Has that changed?
I contend that that is between a person and their doctor. I see absolutely no reason. These vaccine passports, finding someone's health information.
So you don't think we should know whether or not you're vaccinated or not?
No, I don't think that matters.
Why not? I guess you're leading, but you are leading the state, and some things we get our physicals from our elected leaders, and that's something that does come into question here, right? And the decisions that people make.
Right.
And people might be supportive if you're not vaccinated, saying that's your choice too. But I mean, just to let people.
Well, I want to make sure you understand.
We have athletes who've been public about it, and
that's all right. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-mask. I've handed out thousands of masks. I've helped people in my district get their vaccines. I believe it's there. If you need it, if you want it, by all means, get it. But to sit there and infringe on somebody's personal life, if you want to tell people whether you are or not, that's fine. I don't believe that I should have to.
Do you think the population overall should be vaccinated against COVID-19?
I think that if people, whoever wants it, should receive it. I've helped many people in my district. That's a judgment call between them and their personal physician.
Now, I get the individual liberties argument, but vaccines are required for kids and immigrants as well. I see a lot of those who agree with you. Cite, as you said, the Constitution say we the people. You just said it a moment ago. So, okay, yes, it does say we the people, but it does not say I the person. So the promises in the preamble of the Constitution include promoting the general welfare. So where does promoting the general welfare fit into the equation for you?
Well, let's make sure that we understand that you talked about children requiring to be vaccinated. There is a difference between an immunization and a vaccine. We need to understand that as we go along. And we've also seen many vaccine injuries. A lot of parents. My first year as state representative, I introduced an informed consent bill, basically with the rubella MMA vaccine, that all the doctor had to do was issue the ingredients of it, and that wasn't her.
Promoting the general welfare, though? Do you think that by pushing vaccines, you're promoting the general welfare regarding COVID-19?
That's your opinion versus my opinion.
Not my opinion. I'm just bringing up
free.
When you say we the people, but they never finish the sentence of we the people because it is to promote the general welfare. And so where does that part come into the equation?
That's up to us to decide individually. We live in a free constitutional republic. Government should never have the authority to overlord their will on our lives. Government can and will. One of the biggest arguments my case was won on was the yellow fever in Chicago in 1918. The city of Chicago said the city of Chicago must be quarantined. One lady stood up, argued it. It went to the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court said you can't do that.
I have to end it here, unfortunately. Illinois State Senator Darren Bailey, thank you so much for the conversation. I do hope we get to talk again before the primary in June about very many other issues still ahead. Biden and the Fed, he stays the course with the chair. What's significant about that choice with opposition from some in his party, for the record?